Welcome back to Detail Garage. So today we're working on this Mercedes-Benz SL500. Now the owner said he's going to a car show later tonight and he wants the engine bay to look spotless. So looking throughout the engine bay, it's not too dirty. It just has some light dirt, light stains, not a lot of grease and oil. So that means we get to detail this engine bay using a waterless wash system. So today I'm going to use our EcoSmart waterless wash. Normally, I mean, you can use this on the paintwork, on glass, wheels, but you could also use this on parts like the engine bay. So this is the super concentrated version. I've already gone ahead and mixed up some here with some water, so it's ready to use. It's at a good dilution ratio in this full function sprayer. So all you need to do is you give it a few pumps and then you press this trigger and you get a nice mist. So I'm just gonna wipe down the engine bay with some EcoSmart. So I'm just going to get it around. I'm going to get on all these hoses, on these little, on the bottles, on the power brake system over here on top of the radiator. Go on this side. I'll go on top of the headlight. All over. I'm just going to saturate all these parts. Okay. Get this nice and cleaned up. So for the most part, there's a lot of big flat surfaces, all these plastic parts. So to wipe it all down, I'm going to use one of our black workhorse microfiber towels. So we made these black versions for wiping down parts like engine bays, like wheels and tires, things like that that are really greasy and grimy. So even once you've used the towel a few times, I mean, you know, you can't see all the stain and grease and dirt, and you can still get a good clean apart across all these surfaces. So I'm just going to give it a good wipe. And all the dirt's in there. Can't really see it all that much, but as you can see on the top of this stuff, it's getting a nice clean. I'll go in here in the Mercedes emblem. Wipe down all these caps, all this plastic stuff, oil filter, all the hoses. So EcoSmart, you know, it's non-toxic, non-volatile, so it's safe to use on all these plastic parts, all the metal bits. Won't lead to any corrosion. It won't mess up the plastic. And as you can see, you get a nice crisp look on all these pieces. No staining, no problems. Let's go in and around all these parts. So this is a good way to wipe down an engine bay if it's not too dirty. If you're on your way to a car show, all you need is some EcoSmart in the back of your car and a couple towels, and you can do this very, very quickly. Down the radiator here. Flip my towel to a cleaner side. Get all these lines. So now this valve cover is nice and clean. Look at these air lines here. So yeah, with just a few swipes, in just a couple minutes, this engine bay looks a whole lot better. Wasn't that bad to begin with, but it looks even more fresh. Nice and clean. There we go. Very cool. Now, when you have some little tricky bits like up in here in these ridges and the hoses, it's hard to fit a microfiber towel in there. So for those parts like that, I'm going to get some more EcoSmart and one of our goat brushes. This is a good brush. It's been upgraded. Now it has a wood handle and a metal ferrule, so it'll last even longer. And we still have the same boar hair bristles. So get in here and just kind of agitate all these little bits of stuck in dirt and grime out of the hose, out of these ridges. There you go. Set that down, get my towel, and wipe any of that off. I'm not afraid if I leave a little bit of EcoSmart in those ridges because, like I said, it's a water-based product. Once it evaporates, we won't have anything there to harm or stain any of the plastic. There we go. Be nice and clean, nice and fresh. Cool. So you see how quick that was. There we go. See, I also brought the brush in case I got to get in little tricky areas around these lines, all these hydraulic lines. I think I can clean this part a little bit better too. All through here. There you go. Very nice. Just thread the towel through. So once you've cleaned the engine bay, this one wasn't too bad. Now, the owner said he wants a nice bright shine. So for that, I'm going to dress the engine bay. I'm going to use some of our black on black. Now, this is a spray dressing. This is great to use on plastic, rubber, vinyl pieces. You can use this on tires if you want a very bright shine. It's great for getting into things like engine bays because it's a spray dressing. Now, you don't use too much. The spray tip actually atomizes very, very finely, so you hardly use much product as you go. But it's great to get into ridges like this where you can't really fit an applicator pad in these lines or again in the ridges like in hoses and stuff. And it's great to coat the rubber hoses for the radiator as well. So I'm just going to give all the black pieces in this engine bay a nice misting. There you go, in this bottle, and the hoses, radiator hose there, on the fan shroud. Just here in this bottle. There you go. All this weather stripping in here. Now, it's safe if you get this on any paintwork, on any glass, it simply wipes off, so you don't need to worry about any damage or staining across any automotive surfaces. So if you look down here in the cowl, in front of the windshield, and up here on the wiper blade, it has, it sort of looks weathered, it's a little faded from the sun, so I'm actually going to hit those pieces while I'm here, just to give it a little extra deep black shine right there on the wiper blade. The windshield cowl. These parts often stain, turn white from the sun. So I'm going to give that a little extra life right before the car show tonight. There we go. So this engine bay is nice and dressed up. So I'm just going to give the dressing a couple minutes just to dry up. Now the owner, he wants a nice bright shine, but he doesn't want it to look super greasy. So I'm just going to let the dressing sink in to all the plastic and rubber bits, and then I'm going to come back and wipe off any excess for a nice bright shine without a lot of wet look. I'll see you in a moment. So now that I've waited a few minutes, all the dressing is nice and drier, and it's sunk into all the plastic and rubber parts for a good even coating. Now I'm going to wipe off any excess just to avoid any extra wet look across the engine bay. So I'm just going to go in here, I'm going to take a fresh towel, and just give it a quick pass, and you see now we have a deep, black, rich, crisp shine on all the pieces without a lot of greasy, wet look. Now this is what the owner wanted. This is a nice look to have on any car, especially at a car show. Just going to give all the parts a quick wipe down to get a great look. So black on black wipes off super easy, and it's great to use a black microfiber towel for all this, just so you don't have a nasty looking towel for your engine bays or the really greasy parts of your car, like wheels and tires. So I'm just going to come across all this and come back here on this little cover. Flip to a cleaner side. I'm going to get back here on the wiper blades and the windshield cowl over here. All this rubber weather stripping too. Get all that nice and crisp. So again, I don't need to worry about the dressing on any glass or any painted surfaces. All that will simply wipe off without leaving any stains or any damage. I'll come across over here, get the front of the engine. Top of this headlight. Flip to the fresh side. As always, we use the 4-fold when we wipe with microfiber towels. That way we use every square inch of the towel. Over time, use fewer towels. Nothing but good techniques here, chemical guys. That part you're probably going to edit out. Come across here, the rest of the valve cover. Back, weather stripping. So you can see how nice and crisp and deep black all the parts look. The engine looks practically brand new. And all this took was about 5 minutes, and 2 products, and 1 towel. And there you go. We have a nice, crisp engine bay. It looks great, and so tonight, when the owner takes the car out to the car show, he's going to win first place. Everyone's going to be happy. So, if you have any questions, you should look across the rest of our YouTube channel. We have about 600 videos where you could learn just about anything with detailing. If you want to learn more about the products we use, all the links are right below in the video description. And, well, I mean, come on. You got a nice car, so let's keep it clean with Chemical Guys.